So today you're going to get a spirit within reading, and what that I did was talk to spirit, talk to your spirit and ask what are you thinking about, need to know about, what are you feeling? Just remove myself and just connect with your spirit. And so basically I have 9 cards here that we'll discuss. Sometimes if I'm reading and I pause, it's because it will have you it like in the books, or if I'm doing some research online, it'll tell you like next to this, next to that. That's what it means. And so I don't read ahead, so I don't know what it's actually going to say. So I know by looking at your deck which cards you have. The first card you have is a tree. So this tree right here, if you look at it, it's a blooming tree. It is indeed a card of strength, health, and vitality, and indicates wonderful growth and confidence in any situation. Even better, if it is placed beside a negative card, which it is not, so I will not read that. Okay? But basically what it's saying is that the tree ameliorates anything, any type of negativity, anything that comes in this reading, because that tree is your first card. So that is the card that is your card. And so it doesn't matter what's going on in this reading, that tree is gonna knock down anything. It overshadows anything. Its strong tree overcomes all of your worries. Now, next to the lily, which it is, this will indicate a business, or possibly recovery from bad health. Okay? Now, that is beautiful. And it's above the heart. So it's saying that a love affair is growing. Now it says next to the heart, but it's kind of under the heart. Okay? So you take that the way that you want to. All right. Now, the tree also suggests that you should set aside time for thought, especially if it falls for your own personal card. And it did. The personal card is considered your first card. Okay? It is time for you to sit in the shade, as it were, and think things through. This is a wise card if it ever falls beside. So that's why I don't even like saying all of that, because when it's not in your reading, I don't like to pull it in there. But that's your personal card, and it is by the lily. Now, more information about the card being by the lily, and I really would suggest this, and I think this is because I did get like a ping of sexual energy when I began to think about your readings, or think about when I was going to do it. I will get some type of sexual energy coming in there. So the lily by the tree means sexual stamina, or healthy sexual appetite, defines one's sense of stability and the intense experience of the physical world. A person who is extremely slow but stable in their behavior of emotional livelihood. So you considered an older person in my age group, with whom you can feel very comfortable with at times, like a grandparent. You should, if you can connect, and if you don't have a grandparent that's still alive, I suggest that you go and give some of your time at a facility where you can do that. Experience helps to feel more grounded, to not be interested in the spiritual, intellectual part of life. A very essential approach. You have to take a very central approach to. So everything is so harmonious and peaceful, okay, for you. So you don't have to worry about any of that. And again, that card, this tree, is so amazing in your life. It ameliorates any type of worry, doubts, any type of fears. anything that comes up in this reading, that tree knocks it down. So remember, just go and sit in the shade and get what you need. And we're going to move to the next card, which is the lily. This card is the lily. This is a good card with a message of something flowering. It usually relates to business or the professional life of someone in the reading, which is you. In certain circumstances, it may also relate to illness. This card generally indicates someone involved in the business life of the person being read for, and it may make another card work related. Okay, so it is near the dog because that's your next card. I know you haven't seen it yet, but that's near the dog. A professional friend may be of help. Yay, that's me. Okay, and so I really, really enjoy that you got that card. It's beautiful. Also with the dog, by it being by the dog. Here we go, sexually again. You may be sexually interested in a friend, or a friend may be sexually interested into you. Sexual relationships in which one participant is very submissive or dependent. Okay? You may have an admirer, and these people will follow and obey you. And you may have an employer or employee who is being it may be somebody from work that may seduce you. And you definitely have a loyal and supportive lover, and they may begin to beg for sex. I told you that possibly crippling anxiety may happen to please in the bedroom. So that may be coming from you, to ask what someone likes in sex, or to be led almost completely by pleasure. So I told you, like when I first started, I've been actually mentally working on your reading for about 3 or 4 days. And I knew I kept picking up some type of sexual tension or sexual something with your sacral chakra. I actually saw the orange. So we definitely need to... The dog is the man's best friend, of course. This is not a fearsome creature. This card speaks of a friend of either gender who is important to the person that's being read for, which is you. Or in certain cases, it could suggest that the person being read for has to behave in a more friendly way towards someone. Okay? Besides the heart, this will be a relationship of more friendship than passion. Okay? So, the dog is help from friends or reliable friends. Okay. Now, also, it could mean a loving friend, a very affectionate friendship, to receive emotional support from a friend, or to give it to a friend. Reconciliation from a friend may be coming, to forgive a friend, or a friend forgives us. It's actually okay. I was looking at some other stuff, and I don't feel that, and I don't receive that, so that's why I did not say it. This is just really a friend of some affectionate. It could be that you need to have a conversation with someone about some things that happen, and so yes, you need to reconcile a friendship or something with being forgiven, or and that'll help you with the doing. This is a release time, so you may you need to release something that happened with a friend and be able to forgive them, and even if you don't tell them. So go ahead and release that energy so you can, because tomorrow 11/11 is Visions Day, so you want to be able to set your visions and open up your mind to be able to receive all the things that's coming your way. So the heart, it indicates, of course, love. It is a happy card, and if well supported, suggests good omens in your personal life. It appeared in the 9 card spread, so love is both an important issue and likely to turn out quite well. So, again, you can look at the heart as a happy card in general, okay? And I'm just looking to see what it's by so we can make sure that we give you goodness. Your next card is going to be a fox. So the heart by a fox is self-love and self-care. So you're going to have compassion for yourself, okay? So to forgive, this forgiveness is coming up again. To forgive yourself, to love vitally, okay? A lot of love is good for you now. Selfish love. Be selfish with it. To act affectionately out of self-interest. To be deeply, you're not going to be deeply distrustful when being shown affection. You got to give somebody else the care that is absolutely necessary. You have an inner conflict between staying on guard and softening up and letting people in. The attempt to draw out a suspicious, cautious person with love. And that's just from your past relationships. You're going to adapt to this new relationship, to work hard on it in a loving relationship, to do what needs to be done to care for your loved ones. An identity built around being a loving person is who you are. So completely identify yourself with being this loved person and be infatuated with yourself. And you can just even do things that's going to help you melt your own heart away, girl. That's beautiful. I love that for you. I love that, love that, love that, love that, love that for you. And I'm glad that you're receiving it, and I'm glad that you're open to it. Even though it's like crossing your mind, you kind of letting that guard go back up. So don't do that, because it's in your cards now. You want it, so it's something in the back of your mind that's keeping you. So that's something else that you need to release. So we're finding out some things that you need to release right now. So whatever happened in these past relationships to make you feel guarded and not show the type of love that you really want to give, you need to give that love to yourself first. That's beautiful. I know. I ain't think I was about to say that. So this thing, what you're blocking from giving to somebody else, you need to give that type of love to yourself so you can build back the trust that you have for feeling like you love somebody and gave them your all, and they misused your love and your trust. So now you not even loving yourself properly. Girl, you about to make me run around this office. So you need to just go ahead and release that and do some self-love things for yourself. And I'm seeing a tub. Get yourself down in there and get it going. If you need me to mail you a self-love spiritual bath, if you want me to make it for you and you need me to mail it, just let me know, and I could put it together for you and get to that post office and get it mailed. So you can get down in that water. You need to get down in there, and you need to just meditate in there and just let it pull all of it out of you. Okay? All right. Okay, this is an ambivalent card. It's similar to the snake, and it's basically asking you to be a sly person or a little cunning on the part, of some of the things that you're doing. The card overall indicates someone who is not being entirely honest or being enigmatically. It may be time to admit you are being deceived by someone, and the card near it will indicate by whom. Okay. If it's beside the heart, which it is, it could be a loved one. Now, Yeah, so I was just listening to some of the other things that it was saying to me. Um, and like I said, also, um, I got some things that I look up as well online because I want to make sure um, that we are, getting a sense of everything that could be, because sometimes things are hidden, and because it said that it was some cunning things that could possibly happen, we want to look around into different things. I just saw something move uh, to the left of my eye. So yeah, there's something creeping. Because I don't know why I saw that when I was saying that. So romantic advances, a new love interest to be asked out on a date, news about a lover, someone or something has managed or might manage to soften you, to look at someone or something intrusively with too much compassion or leniency. Someone has pushed their way into your heart, to have a soft spot for rascals, to break the news gently, a soft approach. Someone pushy versus someone who won't push back, and love changes things, girl. So what I really wanted you to see is that this mouse, so it's a mouse under the fox, and I feel like it's really, really saying something to me. So I wanted you to see that it's constant doubts whether we're truly loved, to feel this little love, or you feel like you're being loved literally. And that's coming from this something that you have buried, and it could be from a past life. So we have to uncover that, and you got to release that and let that go. Now it's some jealousy, distrust, and short-temperedness that's going to come from a relative, and that's because it's already been there. And but the new moon, the full moon, and that eclipse was illuminating this type of behavior. And Scorpio also is very emotionally intense, so they won't be able to hold in these things that they really wanted to say, that they've been saying. It's just a lot of truth telling that's going to happen, and so you're gonna be surprised, but it's not going to be it's not gonna shake you, because you're gonna already be prepared for it. So you kind of like gonna just laugh it off. So, and like I said, this could be coming from past life. This also could be future. So you may not see it within a couple weeks. It's the entire Scorpio season. But I truly believe like you're gonna be calling me to tell me about something that happened, and it's gonna be funny to you because you were gonna already be prepared and ready for it. And so also with that because that your central card, that's your middle card. And so some emotional dispositions, the lily was above that fox as well. Emotional dispositions, which are considered virtues: loving kindness, compassion, forgiveness. There it goes again. Clemency, a very pure heart, no negative feelings or dishonest intentions, deep but platonic love, to love what is pure and to find peace in a loving relationship. So as far as you're good. You know what I'm saying? As far as you and yourself, you're good. But these are some things that's going to come at you, which you're going to be prepared for. You see what I'm saying? So that's beautiful. That's why I don't try to read ahead on these, readings. I go with what spirit is telling me. And I don't normally go up and down. But I know when spirit is telling me to do something. So that was really important for you to hear. Hey, this card suggests news that has been awaited is now on the way. And as a lucky card, the news is nearly always good. The writer himself is a gentleman, so the bearer of the news should also be someone with good manners and a kindly countenance. Even if the news itself is not completely happy, the card somehow promises that once out in the open, everything else begins to improve. Because of the active nature of this card, it sometimes symbolizes a stirring up of dead events. Okay? Now, occasionally this card could be a person, not someone you love, but literally a figure offering help, a knight in shining armor who helps move things on in your life. It is a positive and bright card. Now, the next card you have is a whip. So it could mean attack, assault, aggression directed at you. Now, I just told you from having a fox card that may be coming. So again, I don't go along on my readings, and I never really look at this whip as a whip. I always forget it. I don't pull it a lot. And it reminds me of a water hose so much. I can't wait till you see it. But so someone is a true cynic, or who's going to say some hurtful things to you. It's going to be destructive change. Someone who brings destruction, violence with them. So there'll be consequences, and you can do nothing to prevent it, baby. Woo! I just told you this. Possibly unwarranted, but not necessarily negative feedback. Someone who retaliates or tries to make good. Loud demands for justice, revolts, an argument about someone's pushiness. So this is the second time you got something about being some pushiness. A pushy way of arguing one side. Abusive behavior in the sense of pursuing someone to do something. Pressuring, they don't want to do. Someone blames, accuses, shames someone else. So it's going to be some mess. And I don't really think that it's like even your mess, but some type of way they're going to try to get you involved in it. And it's going to be so funny because you already ready. So it's like, no. You're going to stop that at the door. Okay? You're going to stop that on the phone call. You're going to stop that in the text messages. You're going to stop that online. Like, nah, baby boo. So, I feel like it's going to be within a week or two. Like I said before, you got all the way through Scorpio season, because now this part of it, I'm feeling like it really don't have nothing to do with you, but it's like they're going to try to bring you into it, involve you in it. And so that's how you going to get into it. It really wasn't even your drama. Okay, so that's just what I'm feeling at this point with this rider. But like it said that the rider brings good news. Now here's that whip. It came on in, so I might as well keep on going. Because I had accidentally uploaded the whip before I did the rider. So I was like, no, I got to go back and do this correctly. But that whip is bringing about some drama. This is the card of strife and quarrels. It stands on its own for troubles and tensions, and this card and cards beside it will specify the area in which these problems will arise. So that it's coming from the messenger. When they call you with it, be like, girl, let me get off this phone, let me call you back. That's how you play that. Let me call you back, because it's coming, and they gonna try to get you, baby. I feel like this is some he say she say back, almost like when we was teenagers. And like I said, this could also be pulling from your past life or something that happened before, because I'm really seeing like some teenage drama girl type stuff. This is how it is. Now the next card is the mouse. So bad arguments, dishonest arguments, lies, to run out of arguments, to be lost for words, exhausting conflict, rumors, slander, to be stabbed in the back, poisonous words, abuse which starts slowly and is hardly noticeable at first, some theft, robbery, crippling shame, guilt, to atone for evils done, to be ashamed of poverty that ain't you, to be guilty of doing harm, some destruction, there it is again, to criticize someone's dishonesty, to demand compensation for what someone took without asking, honey. But I also want you to remember, now this is the time where you remember that first card, your personal card, right? And your personal card said that tree was stable, that tree was strength, that tree will ameliorate anything. So that you sitting in the shade, baby, looking at all this unfold. and it don't touch you. Because you already, before this even comes to you, you gonna already have these things with your heart, and these things that these blocks that you got up, you gonna already have that released. So it ain't even coming to you the way they think it's gonna come to you. It ain't gonna even pierce your existence, your soul. Honey, they playing with the wrong person. Baby, I feel fired up because I know you like, who? Where they coming from? What you waiting on the phone call? So anyway, this mouse is not a sweet card at all, but one that advises alert behavior. See, it's already telling you. You already on alert. This card tells of someone who is nibbling away at things that are important to you. It's a robber mouse. If he falls regularly, then it'll be a loss. But we don't know that because this is our first time giving you this type of reading. Okay? So we ain't even worried about that. Now, if it's adjacent to the coffin, which it really is, it's saying that this love affair is really over. Okay? So the mouse is a negative card, but not especially strong. It's not a strong card because it's a little mouse. And what you do? Kill it all the time. And that tree already, see, that's what I was already feeling, that energy from that tree. That's why I told you that before I even read this. Because that tree, your personal card, baby, you sitting back in the shade looking at these fools. Okay? They don't got nothing on you. All right? So you don't even have to worry about that. It's just some nag. It's going to be like a nagging suspicion that something is ending. An end which is coming bit by bit, which is either gonna drain, was trying to drain you, but it's a chance to say goodbye, and so you already gonna be able to be prepared. It's the end of this corruption that you got, that somebody trying to get going on. Any unhealthy situation, okay? Inability to live a full life because some resources were scarce in that area. You're going to sweep these things under the carpet, baby, because they gone. Honey, I feel, and I know your confidence level is off the charts because I feel it. Baby, you walking around like, who? Baby, come on. You waiting on a phone call. You just finna have your phone sitting on alert, baby. Let me know. It ain't gonna never be on do not disturb because you ready for them. And this finna be swept right up under the rug because they ain't even know who they was playing with. As you can see, that coffin came in because that was next to your mouse card. And, yeah, this is the card feared by almost everyone. However, it really indicates stagnant situations more than physical death. If it falls beside, it didn't. So I ain't even going to say that. Perhaps you must allow things to develop or even consciously be patient. If it's it's prominent in several readings, which we don't know that either because it doesn't come by that. Now, it doesn't really come by anything. We already know what it said about the heart, right? We already know what it said. I'm sorry about the mouse because it just already told us that. So it's dead. All these situations that was trying to unfold, they did. They couldn't even come. So I am going to see what I can find out also by it being by the writer because I'm hearing that. You know, the writer, I'm gonna let you see the picture of the way the entire format comes, and so you'll be able to see what I mean by like it was by this or it was by that. So I'm gonna let you see the whole thing. Now, news which cause grief, news about an end, news which can cause an end and a loss, which changes something or which changes everything. The pressure to repress something, someone or something which helps one to let go of grief, overwhelming grief. Someone else's grief is disrupting one's own happiness. Didn't I tell you that? Letting go allows change to happen. To repress one's flamboyant personality and repression of activity. See, that person, I told you, that person got all the drama. This person got all the drama all the time, and then they want to try to pull you in it and pull and get you involved, and it ain't happening. Okay? The light, the illumination has already been discovered. So this is how the deck looks, the 9 cards. So this is how it comes. And if you notice, I have written the numbers on these cards because it comes with the book, and I used to do these readings in person, and to me it looked very unprofessional to have to look in the book, find the tree, then find what page number. So I wrote the page numbers on there myself, and then one day Spirit said, now do angel numbers. So if you see like the tree and the lily, that will be 3286, and then I would do the heart and the fox 7050, and then I'll do the rope, which is the whip, and the mouse, which is 4468. Then I would do the dog, which is 58, and the rider 58 24, and then your last number will be 38 by itself, which is the coffin. And then I'm gonna do these actually outside of this reading, because I don't want it to take forever to upload on YouTube.